Hi, I'm Alexander the Guy Dude, and this is.
Ruth the girl chick.
And today we're representing the West Side! Okay, and today we're going to be talking about technology. So, we've been looking on the internet recently for new technologies, emerging technologies. What's your favourite thing that you've seen?
A little drone thing that was flying.
Oh yeah, so we saw an article recently. It's a wrist-mounted drone, and you can activate it. It will take off, turn into a standard flying drone, and it will follow you wherever you're going. So, I mean, if you want to do some sweet skateboarding tricks, the drone will just be following you around, and it'll take footage of whatever you need to do. What practical uses would you have for it, though? I mean, for somebody that never moves, do you really need a mobile drone that will take footage of you?
Never moves. I do move.
Okay, so what practical uses would you have for it? Why are you so excited by it?
I'll just take it out and about. Like, you go on holiday, if you were going like somewhere high up or something, you could just fly about, take some pics.
Yeah, I think that's what it's intended for. Mine is, I'm going to be honest, robots, because it's going to revolutionise life. There's going to be no service industry, there's going to be no manual labour costs or people getting industrial diseases. I mean, yeah, it'll take a lot of generations to get used to it because people will be jobless, but at the same time, there'll be less need for labour, so people will have a better quality of life, I feel. Not to mention the sexbots, robots that are perfect. I mean, there's an episode of Futurama where Fry gets Lucy Liu bot and he falls in love with it, and everybody starts getting these bots where you can just implant any personality you want in it. Would you ever need a relationship if you could just get the perfect person implanted into a perfect android? They never age.
Yes.
Why? What's the difference if they can make it exactly like a human being?
Because it would just be weird.
Yeah, it'd be weird, but I
What
mean,
would
you
your
just get over
perfect
it.
robot be?
That's a tough one. Maybe like Michelle Rodriguez. I know that's an unpopular opinion because she's kind of nasty, but I mean, she just looks like she'd be a nasty robot. You know what I mean? The only problem I see is that, like, when I'm on my PC, that just crashes for no reason sometimes, blue screen. Fair enough, like, you might lose some documents, but there's no real harm done. But, I mean, you're in the process of getting a hand job from a sex bot, right? And all of a sudden, it just crashes or something, and it turns into peeling a banana mode or something. You're done, really.
And that's what you get, really.
That's what you get for having sex with robots. It's your own downfall. So there's some other technologies we saw recently. There's 3D printing, obviously, but also the biological side of it, medical side of it, growing new limbs, things like that. I mean, I wouldn't care as much anymore. I mean, men are prone to stupidity. I mean, that's why we die a lot, That's why we die younger on average, because if we tally it all out, it's a lot to do with stupidity, no doubt. But it wouldn't matter if you could just grow back an arm, a leg, an ear.
Do you think I could do it with like boobs as well?
Yeah, I feel like cancer, people who've got breast cancer and they lose their breasts, they could just regrow new breasts for them. Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
I mean, the surgical standard and the technology standard are growing together, so it'll be perfect one day. I mean, imagine a utopia where there's no disease, no labour, everything's 3D printed from materials. We can fly into space and mine asteroids, whatever, that floated through space and get infinite resources, colonising the universe. Would you, given the option, become a Martian? Would you go to Mars and live out the rest of your days there and have children?
No.
I would, because then your children would be Martians. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I've seen enough of this world to like make
Yeah,
another
but
one.
I know, but it's a bit samey, this world. I mean, that's completely different Mars. It's a new experience. Also, you'd be like a pioneer in the American frontier. You'd be a space pioneer. I mean, if you can put your job on Facebook as space pioneer, that would be my dream come true.
Wouldn't you be on Mars? How would you be on Facebook?
Well, they have Facebook, and they'll have the Mars intranet, which is similar to the internet, but it's just for people on Mars. I mean, there's not going to be that many people there, though, so I feel like you'd just be able to shout out your window.
You know everyone.
But then you've got your perfect sex bot with you. You've got your little drone flying around taking footage of everything.
I think you get pretty bored.
I don't know, because there's loads of video games I haven't played yet. So I'd go to Mars. I'd go through the universe, travel to this new
Just to
planet,
play.
beautiful experience, just to do what I do now and sit inside and play computer games. It's not like it's going to enrich my life in any way. It's just like, gravity's a bit different here, but computer still works. That's all I'm bothered about.
No.
And they're sat there like, we've not got that much energy. We've got limited energy until the next supply comes. Like, nobody use any energy. Remember to turn all the lights off. I'm just sat there with a PSP, just playing on it. What other technologies did we see recently? We saw weaponry. That's the one thing I'm not excited about, though. Like
the 3D printing of the guns.
Yeah, 3D printing of guns, satellite weaponry, that like anti-satellite weapons, like a satellite you can launch that'll disrupt and destroy other satellites. EMP, electromagnetic pulses, which will shut down electronics. Even things put onto networks, I don't really agree with. Die Hard 4, I think it is. Have you seen that one?
No.
Basically, I don't know how theoretical it is, but they hack all of the systems in America, like the dams. They control the water levels in the dams, the electricity, gas, everything. They hack it, hospital records, whatever. They can control missiles, all sorts of shit, man. That doesn't sound good because, quite funny, like in Terminator. Have you seen Terminator? Well, in Terminator, there's a organization called Skynet, and they're in charge of robotic drones. Basically, like machines, weapons, whatever, that can run by themselves and attack by themselves. But the problem is, it becomes self-aware and thinks that humans should be destroyed. And the American government had a drone program called Skynet. I mean, it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy, really, isn't it? So what technology are you happiest with right now, like that's come out recently? Or like within your lifetime? What do you think's been the most important thing to you?
Probably the internet didn't start that long ago, did it?
Not that long ago, but...
Well, not in my lifetime.
Yeah, but it's the internet as we know it now.
Yeah.
There's the way everybody's connected, everybody's got a computer. I mean, I remember when I was younger, the school only had one PC. And we took it in turns, and it was just like amazing. It was just the best ride in a theme park kind of thing. It was just perfect. It was
We had loads.
You had loads of computers.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the northeast of England. In the northeast of England, I was thinking like, oh wow, it's just a new technology. That's why we've only got one of them. But same in London, everybody's got a computer.
Yeah.
Next, you're going to tell me nobody's got miners cough in London. Nobody's got miners cough.
We had loads. We had like.
There's babies here with miners cough.
We had the big computers, in primary school and in secondary school. We had like Mac rooms.
Wow.
Just full of Macs.
So what else?
They're only for art students and photography students, though.
Mhm. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's everything's key here. So that's been technology. Remember to hit subscribe. I'm not saying you will get AIDS if you don't subscribe, but I'm not saying you won't. Okay.